Hello everyone, my name is Hannah Sparger and I'm the current Lieutenant Governor of WEAM Key Club's Division 10A. This year I was able to attend Key Club's International Convention from July 6th to July 9th in Atlanta, Georgia. The convention was held in Atlanta Marriott Marquis, and as you can see, it was a massive hotel. Although there were other conventions being held at the same time, almost all of the 50 floors were housing about 1,000 Key Clubbers, Kiwanians, and advisors from around the world. This convention was a lot more than a place for Key Club International to gather. Key clubs from across both the U.S. and the world came here to help elect a new international board, to learn more about Key Club's activities, and to attend workshops in order to become a well-educated member. In these next few minutes, I will talk a little bit about the beautiful city of Atlanta, but I would really like to share all that I learned about Key Club at this convention. This experience has caused me to love service on a deeper level, and I hope I can help your love for service increase as well. WEAM arrived in Atlanta on July 4th, 2 days before the convention started. Although this next segment doesn't exactly have to do with Key Club, I thought it would be interesting for everyone to see what there is to see in Atlanta. As soon as we arrived, we did a movie tour of Atlanta. This tour began in our hotel, which was used in segments of The Hunger Games. Throughout the trip, I learned Atlanta is the third most popular place to film movies in the U.S. Georgia is the home to movies and shows like Taken 3, The Walking Dead, and Spider-Man. During our stay, we also received the opportunity to visit Stone Mountain Adventure Park. This park is home to the Confederate memorial carving. Although it stormed most of the time we were there, we were still able to travel to the top of this mountain and see Atlanta from a bird's eye view. It was stunning. Our final adventure was to the Coca-Cola Museum. Atlanta is home to this drink, and while learning about the company's history, we were able to see where the drink's formula was kept. Additionally, we were given the chance to take a picture with Coke's well-known mascot and to sample Coke products from around the world. The convention began Wednesday evening, July 6th. It consisted of a short opening session in which a Kiwanian told us what the layout of the week would be. Each day there would be a different theme that branches from Key Club's motto, Caring, Our Way of Life. The themes were Courage to Engage, Call to Lead, and Heart to Serve. This was also the day in which we were able to meet Key Clubbers from other areas. During this time, there was pin trading. Every district has different pins that represent their area, and they trade with other districts in order to collect a variety of pins. After a short night of sleep, the first full day of ICON began. Its central theme was Courage to Engage, and we would spend the entire day learning about this aspect. The day began with a guest speaker, Ben Nemtin, and how he used his courage to engage. In college, he and his friends formed a list of 100 things to do before they die. Every time the friends checked an item off of their list, they helped someone else check an item off of his or her own list. Now, a documentary is being filmed about their project. The main part of the day consisted of workshops. There were many options, and they ran for 7 hours. I attended the following workshops: Building Connections, Thirst Project, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Clubs, LTG Training, and Becoming a World Leader. I would love to explain what was discussed in every workshop I attended. However, this would make the video even longer than it already is. Instead, I'm going to talk about the workshop I found most influential, 7 Habits of a Highly Effective Club. In the workshop, they talked about a research project that was conducted to determine what qualities were seen in the most active clubs. The qualities included the following: actively involving new members, have a functioning committee system, Have an active and engaged faculty advisor. Nurture a strong relationship with the Kiwanis advisor. Perform at least one large-scale event each year. Maintain a good relationship with the school principal. And take advantage of district events and contacts. Because I want my clubs to be considered highly effective, I'm hoping to establish these 7 habits within our division's walls. The final part of the day Thursday consisted of a group activity in which we learned different icebreakers to get people engaged. One of the games used these cards. People randomly threw them on the floor and picked one up and then carried out the action. Friday was the second full day of ICON. It began similarly to Thursday with an opening session and a guest speaker, Dr. Lori Hart. The theme for Friday was answering the call to lead. So the speaker spoke about how Key Club promotes leadership through service. We then broke into a morning session where we learned how to connect the courage to engage with answering the call to lead. Our director spoke about how leaders have to get off the couch and get uncomfortable in order to be successful. In conclusion, anyone can be a leader. They just need to have the bravery to pick up the phone. After a lunch break, we began the largest part of Friday, caucusing. Throughout the 4 hours of caucusing, we listened to the candidates for international president, international vice president, and international trustee. At the end of caucusing, delegates voted on who they thought was best qualified for the position. Although this part of the convention took a long time, it was very eye-opening to learn what the International Board's weaknesses were in the past year and what the candidates planned to do to fix them. As always, communication was a common problem. However, problems I hadn't heard on the district level included increasing K-family relations and enforcing the Key Club brand guide. In the end, Devin's son won the position of international president, and Mary Grace Lewis will serve a year as vice president. The international trustees include the following: Clifford Young, Tiffany Hang, Daniel Suh, Jojo Saunders, Jessica Bay, Nicole Montana, William Zhang, Keno Paul Hurlington, Shinbi Park, Audrey Delgarde, and Drew Valenti. The day ended with a recognition session and a talent show. Saturday, July 9th, was the final day of ICON. Just like the past 2 days, it began with an opening session and a speaker. The last day's theme was finding one's heart to serve, and entrepreneur Ann Malum spoke about how she used her passion of running to begin a nonprofit organization that supplies homeless people with the tools and motivation they need to run. The organization is called Back on My Feet and now has hundreds of members. I really thought it was amazing how someone can truly do what they love for a living, running and service. After opening session, we attended a workshop that taught us about finding our heart to serve. Here, we broke into small groups and brainstormed how we can find our heart to serve with friends and family, in the workplace, in our neighborhoods, and on a global scale. I was part of the Friends family group, and we decided one should be the person who makes sure their family knows they're appreciated, says thank you, sends postcards and writes notes, helps out without being asked, etc. After the workshop, we went into the House of Delegates. Here, Key Clubbers present changes to bylaws and argue the pros and cons of them until a vote is taken. There was only one change presented, and it involved getting rid of Kiwans, a branch of Kiwanis in the California, Nevada, Hawaii district. It didn't pass. The final part of the convention had a closing session in which the president gave his final speech, the old board was retired, and the new board was put into office. Because of this convention, I've set additional goals for this Key Club year. I hope to make our division much more connected to the Kiwanis family, and I would love to involve middle schoolers by starting a Builders Club. Additionally, I want to follow the requirements for a distinguished LTG in order to ensure I'm completing every job my position entails. Throughout my time at ICON, I learned many concepts that I hope to use throughout the remainder of my term and throughout my life. As a Key Clubber, caring is my way of life, and I will use the courage to engage because I care about others, the call to lead because I care enough to take action, and the heart to serve because I care about the communities in my life. Thank you so much for providing me this opportunity. I learned so much, and I hope this video can give you all a small idea of what this amazing convention was like.